Chapter 2. The Creators. Your journey to the fifth dimension. The level of consciousness that you hold is the most appropriate for this dimension. So you are not doing anything wrong by being here at this time, by experiencing third and fourth dimensional realities. It is not because there is something that is going wrong with you that you are focused here at this time, because the experience that you want to have are here and now. And in order for you to have them, you must maintain this level of consciousness. When you complete with this experience and all that is desired from it, that is when you will complete the shift to the fifth dimension, and you will have that level of consciousness. The reason that we are giving you this now is because we want you to understand that your journey to the fifth dimension is not dependent on you doing something, or meditating more, or practicing, holding a frequency hours at a time. You will get there by virtue of the fact that there is nowhere else to go. So you can relax and you can put down for a minute all the tools, the exercise, and the processes that you are using to attempt to expedite the process. The process is the thing. That is why you are here, and that is what you wanted to experience. It is a shedding of layers, experience, and emotional trauma that you have all collected. And the way that you do this is the exciting part. It is the part that is the most interesting, that has the most potential for growth and for learning. And it is all what you will share with others in this universe as you complete that journey. We want you to enjoy this experience a little bit more, because there is something that's very unique and satisfying about being where you are and having the remainder of the journey before you. If we could assure you that you will all get there, that we know that you could skip and laugh all the way, but it doesn't matter what we say to you. You would prefer to see some hard evidence that you will in fact be experiencing a fifth dimensional level of consciousness in this lifetime. So from where you are now, you can easily access what you would feel like if you had completed your shift. And we welcome you to go within and seek out that frequency that is inside of you, so that you can give yourself that reassurance. And that once you have a feeling in your bodies, you will be able to face the challenges on the road ahead with a bit more light, a bit more laughter, a bit more of an open heart and relaxed mind. And that will create a more enjoyable experience for you as you continue on this wonderful and creative journey that you are on. Respecting different points of view and people who have them. So there are many different opinions out there, many different points of view, many who would choose to look at a situation in a way that is not only different from yours, but is absolutely opposed to yours. You have hot-button topics in your world. You have things that everyone is focusing upon, and many are focusing upon in one way, and many focusing upon in another way. And so you set up your little camps of what it is that you believe, what it is that you are in favor of, and what it is that you stand for. And you dig your heels in. Even if your stance is that this thing doesn't matter, that is still a stance you're taking, as long as you are attaching yourself to that perspective. Then it is a situation where you are creating lines that divide. It is quite all right for you to have a point of view. It is quite all right for you to express your point of view. It is also very supportive and serves you and your fellow human beings very well to allow others to have whatever perspective they have and to honor them. It is quite normal that you would all have a different point of view because you have all had quite different experiences that have led you to where you are today. And we are not even talking about other lifetimes, where you originate from in this universe and so on. What is a wonderful thing to us is to see two people who have very different points of view on very many topics, still being able to relate to one another as human beings, and as beings of love and light, existing at the same time and same place, allowing one another to have different points of view and respecting each other. That is what we want most for you. It is harmony. It is a releasing of judgment of others for being in the opposing viewpoint camp, and knowing that ultimately these differences in opinion that you have here are what makes this world so special. So give one another a break, cut your neighbor some slack, and know that by allowing another to have a different point of view, and loving them anyway, you help to create a world where no one feels the need to terrorize anyone else. We are all ascending together. We are interested in what it is you have to say, and we are learning from you, as you are learning our words and incorporating what we say into your lives. We have explored aspects of humanity, and we have discovered much about ourselves by witnessing your daily challenges and triumphs. We are not here to tell you how it is or to impart upon you wisdom that is beyond the scope of your own conscious recognition. That would be an imbalance. That would be more hierarchical, whereas what we are experiencing with you is co-creation. It is an exchange. We grow as you grow. If there is something that you would like for us to know, and this is true for all of your guides, by the way, tell us. Tell us about your experiences. Tell us what we would not be able to understand from our perspective. Give us your comments, your feedback, and we will listen, and we will become better communicators with you. And we will also learn, for we are ascending as well, and every little bit helps. The power of frequency. The importance of your frequency cannot be overstated. You are emitters of vibration. You are an essence that creates with its frequency. You have your hands and your tools and your computers and your minds to create with, and those are all the wonderful expressions and extensions of who you really are. But the effectiveness of the frequency that you emit is so much more than the use of any of your tools that to give you a ratio or a percentage would just boggle your minds, because the difference is so immense. We want you to consider how long it would take for you to chisel through a 3-foot thick stone wall with your hands and your tools. And now we want you to consider the ease with which you could be on the other side of that wall if you were to offer a frequency that matched your being on the other side of that wall. Now, to many of you, this may sound like a harder way to be on the other side of the wall. For all of you can imagine how it would take a hammer and a chisel and work your way through the stone wall and get to the other side. That is easy for most of you to imagine yourselves having the capacity to accomplish. But it is far more difficult for you to wrap your heads around the moving of your vehicle from one side of the wall to the other, using nothing but your intention and your frequency. So we're not going to ask you to attempt to do this seemingly impossible thing, because it would just frustrate you. Now imagine how difficult it would be for you to get to the other side of that 3-foot wall stone if you had no tools, not a single tool at your disposal, just yourself and the wall and your desire to be on the other side. Now, which way seems easier? Kicking and punching and scratching your way through the wall, or deliberately offering a frequency that matches your physical body on the other side? We are not here to tell you that it is time to put down the tools that you have created to make your life easier, but we are here to tell you that your power in frequency is what you are stepping into. And so we just want you to consider the possibility that you could be on the other side of that wall by matching the frequency of that desire and of the location. We encourage you to start with something much smaller, much easier for your minds to believe and to go from there. So for instance, let's say there's a fly buzzing around in your house, and you want it to be outside. Well, you could crack a window or a door and find the frequency of the fly being outside, just to demonstrate to yourself that this is possible for you to do. And gradually you'll find that you can step yourself up to more complicated and more difficultly seeming tasks than that. And by all means, have fun with it. Do not make this something that you use to grade yourself and your ability. Just play around, and for now, have some fun with the fly. Aware and awake. By now you understand the true meaning of your being. You are aware and you are awake, and in some ways there is nothing left to do. There is nothing that you must achieve. There is no series of steps that you must perform. We want you to give yourselves credit for having woken up in this day and age in the type of society that you live in. This information is not taught in your schools. It is not broadcast on your television. You are pioneers in this day and age. To know yourselves as source energy is a pretty big accomplishment, and you deserve to celebrate yourselves for having made that realization in this lifetime. And so what else is there for you to do, now that you have this information? Well, for one, you can begin to enjoy yourselves. You can let go of all your attachments. You can sit quietly and listen. You can enjoy a sunset. You can stare at a puffy cloud. You can breathe the air. You can dance and you can sing. And you can forget anything and everything that may look like a trouble, a problem, or something that you need to worry about. Because as source energy beings, you recognize that everything is. That is all. You are everything, and everything is. It's not good, it's not bad, it just is. So have the experience of your life that you choose to have. Know that you don't need to hasten your expansion or your ascension or your evolution. These things are automatic. It is built into your structure. You don't need to worry about being left behind in this process. In fact, you are the leaders of it. So the best thing that you can do now that you know yourselves as source is to live like you know yourselves as source. It is that easy. Be aware, be awake, be one with your environment, and everything else will truly take care of itself. We want you to relax, enjoy, be at peace, and love like you have no shortage at all of that frequency. Let go of your plans. Formulating a plan for your life is something that all of you feel the need to do from time to time to give you a sense of stability, and because you believe that planning for your future will ensure that you will have the experiences that you want to have. We suggest letting go of the majority of your plans and your planning behavior, and instead open yourselves up to a wider array of experiences that are possible for you, that could come at a time that you have not planned for, that could come in a way that were not part of your plans. You have the ability to bring to you much more than your minds have the ability to imagine. So let go of the need to know when, where, and how, and which, and who will enable you to have a wider variety of experiences, and will make you more of a match to the experiences that you've decided that you want. It is your ability to feel for the experiences that you want to have that is far more significant and far more effective than any of the abilities that you have a plan for advance. We are telling you this because we see that so many of you are living just a small fraction of the lives that are available to you. And it's because when you make plans for something to occur, usually you do so from a place of not feeling complete certainty that what you are planning for will occur naturally. So we want you to realize that the energies that you are creating from is what you will receive. So as you create a plan, you create it from a certain type of energy, perhaps fear, perhaps anxiety, and perhaps excitement or joy. Only you know for sure, because you are the one who is feeling what you are feeling. We invite you to stay in the joy and the excitement and the anticipation and the eagerness for whatever it is that you want to experience, and to let go of the structure that you will then tend to set in place for that event to occur. Give yourselves the opportunity to experience some spontaneity. The unexpected is often the most enjoyable experience that you can have. We support you in your desires. We support you energetically. We know how much life there is for you when you let go of your need to know when something will occur, and that is another reason why we suggest that you let go of your plans, because your plans often keep you in the linear time mentality and keep you from having the fullest experience of your now that is available to you.